Hello and welcome back to Shimrath Plays. Hey, long time no see. It's been a really long time since I recorded anything. Today, and why, Shimrath, have you come back all of a sudden and decided to record yourself playing some video games? You might ask, or you might not ask, but I'll answer anyway. I'm doing it because I'm going to go into Golgotha for the very first time ever. It's something I've never done in Caves of Cud. So, a bit of warning ahead of time. This is part of the main storyline of Caves of Cud. So if you've not played the game and you intend to play the game, and you don't want to get spoiled, and you just want everything to be a big, giant surprise, then you probably shouldn't watch this, because it will reveal a little bit of the main storyline. I've been sent here on a quest to now. It would be true to say that this is the first time I've ever adventured with a character into Golgotha, but that doesn't mean I don't know a little bit about it. I happened to be watching a live stream once and got to see somebody kind of make a run into this dungeon, so I've only seen it once. I kind of have a hint because of that I think there's a strategy involved where you but honestly, I don't know what to do. I also have some other, background information from like reading articles about it. Why have I never explored it before, you might ask? I've gotten characters to this point in the story before, but usually at this point I always just kind of wander off into the open world and explore other things and stop exploring the main quest line. And why? Because I've always been kind of intimidated by Golgotha, just because it's scary. And so yeah, anyway, who am I playing? I am playing Namrod. Is his name Namrod? Where do we even go to find that out? Caves of Cud. Such a confusing game, I don't even know how to find my character's name. It's up here. It's Namod. It's not Namrod. It would be cool if it was Namrod, but it's not. Namod. Namod is a mutated water vine farmer, and he is the product of, I think, not yesterday, but the day before's daily Cud challenge. I think he's up to level 12. I have him up here up to level 12 right now. And the mutations he started off with were, oh boy, I think teleport other, time dilation, and temporal fuge. So Namrod is brought to you by the letter T, apparently. The reason he survived is because of this mutation right here, temporal fuge. And the one other time I got a character ready to delve into Golgotha, that character also had temporal fuge. So it's a good one. It creates copies of yourself, and they will fight your enemies. Now, I'm going to tell you right now that temporal fuge and teleport, not a good combination, because what happens is I summon my Fugees to fight against my enemies, and instead of fighting my enemies and helping me out, they teleport to another part of the map and then do their own thing, right? So I have some temporal copies of myself that are not very helpful, because that's just how it goes. So it is what it is. When you pay the daily challenge, you gotta play with the hand that you're dealt, and you do it. So I guess that's probably enough in the way of introduction. As you can see off in the distance, Golgotha, the top level, consists of these chutes, right? And I think in total there were 11 chutes that I had to choose from on the outside. And then there was this building that was locked down with a security door. Well, I didn't cheat, but I did something, I guess, I thought outside the box a little bit. I camped out in front of the door. I used my teleport power, because when you teleport, it basically creates a radius. Or I'll show you. It creates a radius around where you want to teleport. So you're going to teleport somewhere within this, right? And so I teleported to the exact square I was standing in right outside the door, and I got lucky and I popped up inside the building. And then I was able to hit this switch and open the security door. So there is also a chute in here. And I'm assuming because it's locked that hopefully this chute is safer than all the other ones, because, spoiler alert, one of the things I read very early on when I started to read about Golgotha, because I was too scared to delve into it, was that but I don't know if that's urban legend or if that's the real deal. But either way, it's time to descend into Golgotha. So I'm not going to just walk onto this chute. I'm instead going to look at it. Darkness floods up from the empty space. I don't really know that I have a way to go down there except to just walk over it, but I was just making sure there wasn't an option to like climb or something. But here we go. All right. It looks like an awfully long fall. Are you sure you want to jump into the shaft? I really honestly don't. And every other time you've asked me this question, I've said no, and I've gone and done other things. But today, we're going to say yes. Today is the day that we say yes to Golgotha, okay? Let's do this. Whew. Okay, I dropped all the way down and I took 253 damage and I died. So clearly this is not the correct way to enter Golgotha for the first time. So let's listen to this creepy ass music down here. It's pretty gnarly. Well, there you go. So, the good news is you haven't really been spoiled that much because we barely got to see what's underneath Golgotha. I honestly didn't think I was going to die. I thought that this was going to be a longer video, actually. I don't know what to say. Well, the good news is I placed 4th on the leaderboards for the day. Maybe the lockdown shaft is actually more dangerous than the other ones. Otherwise, how do you really get down there? I assume you have to climb down. I guess I'll have to find out in a later episode. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I think I'm going to go ahead and post this video to YouTube, despite the fact that it was a complete disaster, because it's funny and it kind of shows you that sometimes in Caves of Cud you have to learn the hard way, and we definitely learned the hard way, splatted at the bottom of Golgotha. Yeah, so I guess I'll have to work another character up to the right level to try again, to try a different approach. Alright, thanks for tuning in. This has been Shimrath Plays. Wow. Incredible.